She f***ing triggered us! You're lucky I was f***ing on the calm level, and then I get...
Yeah, you almost let it go there. Well, I'll tell you what, Justin, kids will sure do anything for views and likes these days, won't they?
Oh, yes. And we will get there at one point in our lives as well.
I don't know if we're going to get to where this guy got to. I could see myself absolutely going on a killing spree someday, but I definitely wouldn't film it or live stream it.
Did you find that this movie was a little bit scary? Because I think there has been people to live stream their kills.
Yeah, I don't know if there's actually been anyone to do it to that extent, but yeah, I mean, it does happen. But no, I did not find it scary at all.
Well, I like how they played into the dark humor, the dark comedy, and I find it now a little bit uncomfortable because there has been people to do that. I wasn't thinking that at the time, but yeah.
But why would that make you feel uncomfortable?
Because it's like, I don't know, because people actually do that, and I don't know.
Does Scream or any other horror movie make you feel uncomfortable?
Yeah, I'm just being a big pussy right now.
It seems like you're being a big pussy right now.
So, Ricky, what did you like about the 2020 movie Spree?
I did like it. I thought it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I think they did the movie is shot like live streams and stuff like that. It's not like an actual traditional film with a movie camera. You know, it's got that social media aspect to it, which if done right, works out. If done wrong, is horrible. I think it worked out in this film.
Well, that's going to be our first disagreement because I kind of thought that they shot it like a movie. I wish they would have played more into like it was a live stream. More like a YouTube. It felt too professionally done, too movie-like to me. I felt like if they did it in a way like a YouTube channel will do it, I thought it would have been way more impactful.
Okay, I was smoking pot when I was watching it, so I might have got this wrong, but there was no camera shots, just like a traditional camera shot. It was all live stream footage or YouTube videos or something like that. Am I wrong?
Yeah, that's fine, but I felt...
CCTV camera?
Yeah, it just felt too produced. It felt more like, oh, this is a movie. More, I wish I would have felt like more it was like, oh, I'm actually watching a live stream going on right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think that when I'm saying that, I think they did that well compared to other movies that don't do that well. I think that's why they did it well, because they had that mixture in there.
Well, I think what helps out is they got the comments off to the side, which I don't know if you read the comments. Some of that shit was funny.
But that's the best part of the movie to me, just because some of the things that people say in there when he's doing these things, like it's very realistic, because there will be 12-year-old kids on there that say like blah blah blah, it's ridiculous shit. There's gonna be other people on there say it's fake. So it was very believable to me. The only thing that really wasn't believable to me was the fact that he got away with it for so long.
Oh, that wasn't believable to you?
No, he's killing people. He's live streaming murders.
Yeah,
and instead of anyone calling the cops or the cops getting involved in this, he's only getting more and more views. So I think that by the end, there's 50,000 people watching, and he's still doing it. That doesn't make sense to me. I feel like the police would be on his ass very fast.
Yeah, but it's a satire, so it's not meant to be taken too realistic. It is a commentary on this generation and the previous decade of how social media has become a big part of everybody's lives and how everybody wants to be liked and everybody wants to get that fame and all that good stuff. I felt like in that movie, like it made sense because he's killing people and nobody really knows, and it's in in his car most of the time drinking the water. He's just pushing them out the car. I don't know what the hell he's doing with the body.
Yeah.
But the only one I guess you could say is at the construction site, maybe somebody would caught on to that. But if you look at the comments, like nobody's believing a thing that's going on here.
Sure.
He thinks that, that he's just doing this for views.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about Joe Keery?
Who's that?
That's the lead actor from Stranger Things. That's also, yeah.
Yeah, he is good.
I thought he was a
performance.
It's the only reason why I thought this movie was good. It could have been great. I don't know how you feel, but the first hour of this movie, I think, is going on an all-time level of like greatness. I really do.
I agree, and it dips.
It dips in the last 30 minutes for sure. Like right after David Arquette, who's also great. We need a David Arquette-essence.
I'll tell you what. I don't know what that means, but I did not expect to see David Arquette in this movie. So when he was in the movie and I saw he was in the movie, I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. I can get behind this. And he did a good job in the movie.
He was freaking awesome, man. I'm telling you, Scream 5 and this one, hell yes to David Arquette. Come back, please. Somebody give this man a freaking starring role.
In Scream 6.
Yeah. The commentary on social media, how do you feel? You feel like it was clever or a little too...
I think it was exaggerated, but it was clever, and I like it. Because I believe that to happen. You know, it doesn't surprise me. If that happened, it wouldn't surprise me that a bunch of people would be watching and be like, oh, it's fake, and blah, 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 and killer. You know, it just doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, well, I think it was meant to be a little exaggerated, like you said. because it is a satire. So usually in satire movies, Ricky, I know you're new to this. Usually in satires, they want to be, it's exaggerated to make their point, come across.
Don't look up.
Don't look up, exactly. So
I get it.
Yeah,
I know what it means.
You're the smartest. He's the smartest guy I know. The first hour is like, okay, so they're hitting on all of these stereotypical personas that we see on social media, like Twitter, YouTube, and all that. Like, we got the racist dude at the beginning, which I'm like, oh yeah, go ahead, kill him. We don't need those type of people in the world anymore. Then he goes on and gets the Karen, self-absorbed woman who just doesn't say a word to him and just drinks the water and just dies anyways. Yeah. You know, and then we go on to the over-aggressive, might be a rapist, maybe. He's definitely done some date raping here and there.
I don't think that's fair to say, but sure.
Well, it's a type of, it's playing on a...
You can't judge people based on their appearance.
Yeah, but with things that was coming out of his mouth and the way he was overly aggressive to Jesse.
Can we talk? Yeah, okay. Let's forget about this guy. Let's not spend too much time on the Guido.
So we're in agreement that the first hour of this movie it could be a cult freaking hit, man.
Yeah,
like I feel like from years from now, if they kept the same tone from the first hour, I feel like people will be talking about this movie for years. I really do. I think this generation, it'll be like this generation's Donnie Darko, where we think, oh, holy shit.
No.
You don't think that after the first hour?
No.
Oh, okay.
You compare it to Donnie Darko.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if they would have kept the same tone, I'm not comparing the whole movie to Donnie Darko.
You're comparing the first hour.
Yeah, I think if they kept that dark humor, the joke. Okay. When they bring in that freaking Jesse, that's when it goes off the rails.
It is. It is. Because I do not like that character even in the slightest.
Yeah, because like I said earlier, the whole point of this movie is they are playing into like these toxic people that are on social media. Like you also got which was an awesome kill, the 3 people in the car. That was awesome. But those are your Kardashian type influencers type of people. Kill them off. So they're killing off all these groups of people that are toxic on Twitter and social media and YouTube and all that stuff. And Jessie is that too.
Yeah.
She's the poster child of the woke Twitter mob.
Yeah.
The poster child of it.
If it's not okay to stand on a stage and say something about one race, it's not okay to stand on stage and say something about any race.
Oh.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
You don't see what I'm saying with that?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying with that. Yeah. I don't really think she was being...
Well, racist. I think on one part, she said she was saying bad things about white men.
Yeah.
Like we're everywhere and stuff. I don't find that okay. And I know it's easy to look at this and be like, it's 2 white guys talking about it.
Exactly.
So of course they feel that way. But let me explain.
White cis male.
Pussy. Let me explain. If it's not okay to stand on stage and say a bad thing about one race, it's not okay to get on stage and say a bad thing about any race. Either it's all okay or none of it's okay.
See, when it comes to stand-up comedy, I think all people are on the table and make fun of all people.
Either it's all okay or none of it's okay. The creators of South Park said that, and they had a very good point. You can't pick and choose what's okay to make fun of and what's not okay to make fun of.
Yeah, and I'm saying that I think it's all okay. That's my
personal And I think it's all okay as well.
Okay, so why did that
because it's
offend you?
It didn't offend me, but it just kind of took me back. I'm like, oh, here we go again. It's just that shit that's going on nowadays where white men are evil fucking pieces of shit and they destroy everyone's chance at anything. And I don't get behind that. And it's not because I'm a white man,
It has nothing to do with that.
It has nothing to do with that.
Okay. Yeah.
You're just too scared to say it?
No.
I feel like?
No, we're on the same page, but we're not on the same page because I wasn't taking it. I felt... That's what the problem with this movie. This movie felt like the director, the writers had balls when it first started. The first hour, it's like, okay, they're going to attack everybody. When Jessie first shows up, I'm like, okay, so she's going to be the final kill because she plays into that toxic fan base, the woke Twitter. That's what I thought that they're going to go with it. But unfortunately, they make her the hero, the final girl at the end getting stalked from the slasher killer. It kind of goes into like, why did you... It just falls apart completely at the end. But that's why I thought that they were going with it, but they don't. Instead, they have her... go to this comic. First off, she's only got 200,000 something subscribers. Yes. I don't think they're going to sell out a packed show at a comedy club. Well. And then she goes on stage and gives a statement on how we're all terrible on social media. We need to get rid of social media and just move on from it and all this. And it's like, nobody would give a shit that she said that. People would be booing the fuck out of her and they're all like, so like the director's saying, I just nailed it, man. I just made the biggest statement and everybody's going to be like, yeah, hell yeah. And it's like, fine, you can make a good statement, but they didn't, and they completely undercut it with her taking the photo of his dead body and post this to social media, and then she becomes even bigger on social media.
Yeah, but
with gender equality, and it's like, oh, she's done. So they do. I don't know if they're. I don't think they're clever enough to make it to where, oh, well, this is what would happen. I think they're actually just putting her out like she's the hero of the movie, and this is where we need to go.
I disagree. I think that is absolutely what would happen. What happened in that movie is absolutely.
Oh, I'm not saying that it wouldn't, but I'm saying they think that's the right way to go.
Yeah.
I'm saying that they're not clever enough to be like, well, that's not how it should go.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jesse's a big... I don't think it's the actress's fault. I think she does good. Just her character is written terribly. You could have made a statement with her character, too.
It's not okay.
It's almost like the movie was directed and written by woke Twitter, just somebody with slightly bigger balls than the rest of them. Because I do think it's the kills and just killing... And it's, I mean, people, we like, okay, yeah, they die, whatever. So you're still kind of liking Joe Keery at the beginning until he kills the old man and the Uber old man. This happens off screen, so it doesn't do enough to you. We're like, oh, yeah, fuck that dude. I'm definitely not rooting for Jesse over on what I thought would have been a great ending is if Joe Keery kills Jesse, kills his dad, and then kills himself in like a murder-suicide thing. I think that would have made a much more powerful impact, much more powerful statement saying, fuck all you personas on fucking social media.
Look what this can do to a human that is not all there in the head. You know,
yeah, like Joker, yeah, absolutely. But to make the fucking poster child of woke Twitter the fucking hero, fuck you fucking assholes.
Yeah.
CUNTs. So, Ricky, final thoughts on Spree.
I did like the movie. I enjoyed it. Like you said, after the first hour, you kind of get to this point where you're like, okay, let's get through the movie now. I wasn't a huge fan of the ending. Actually, the ending kind of ruined the movie for me, but the beginning of the movie and what they were trying to say in the story was good enough for me to say, this is a good movie.
It is a good movie. I'm kind of there with you. The first hour, like I said, I think is a 9.1 out of 10. But once it gets to that freaking last half hour where it turns into a slash movie and we're supposed to root for Jesse and this stupid ass stand-up show, and it becomes like a slasher movie at the end, and it loses all of its focus, it loses all of its satire, it loses all of its commentary by the end, to where I go to a 6.1.
6.1 for this movie?
Yeah, so I recommend it because of Joe Keery's performance and the first hour, because I'm like, man, this is smart, this is clever, but it just falls off the rails for me in the final 30.
Yeah, and I do agree with you. I'm gonna go lower than 6.1. I'm gonna go a 5.2. And I'll tell you why. You say you like it, but then you give it a 5.2. Anything above a 4 is a like for me. I did like the movie.
Anything above 4? Really? That low?
Yeah. You know, you got to have a wide net.
Yeah, I was thinking anything of 5 and above is good.
Yeah, I say 4 and above.
To me, anything 5 and below is like, man.
Yeah. Well, I said 5.
Skip it.
I said 5.2.
Okay, I know. So why'd you say 4?
Well, that's my standard.
Well, Ricky, that's a terrible standard.
I'm not a professional.
You know, to each their own. You know, you're you, I'm me.
Dude, 5.2. It was a good movie, but there was a lot wrong with it. They ruined the ending, and I don't like the writing in some parts of the movie. I don't think it's okay to dehumanize human beings, regardless of their race, gender.
Yeah, sure.
Like
I'm with you there. The reason to watch this movie is because of Joe Keery's performance. And like I said, the script is good for the first hour. It's like they had had it all. But then, like, where do we go from here? Well, let's turn this person into a good guy, and let's just end it. So, yeah, 6.1. I recommend it. It's a good watch, entertaining, fast hour, 30-minute watch. Just be prepared to have Jessie piss you off. Like she did us.
Yeah, she
fucking triggered us! You're lucky I was fucking on the calm level, and then I get...
Yeah, you almost let it go there. I feel like just let it out for a second. Let's end this video with you.
Yeah, I'm not going to let them do that to me. You know what? You didn't fucking trigger me.
Yeah.
You know what? I just call you out for your bullshit. And you're trying to set out a fucking standard out there that nobody fucking agrees with except for woke fucking Twitter. They got to go. They got to die.
Okay.